Good morning, everyone. Welcome and blessings to each and every one of you. What are those energized? Are you feeling energized? It's a week of holidays, the beginning of, call it spring or summer, as we step out into the world. In many parts of the world, there are different holidays, which I'll explain later. Even though we're celebrating them differently this year, we get to take a break to rejuvenate our minds, our bodies, and our spirits, and to find peace in the midst of chaos, reconnect with friends and family. But remember to keep social distancing in place and facial masks on, because I do believe that they are helping. So let's open in a prayer. And as we begin, let's affirm divine love. Active in us is the radiant life that heals, strengthens, and energizes our mind, body, and spirit. Breathe in and feel the energy of divine love as we're centered in prayer. Know that it is active in us, and its radiant life heals, strengthens, and energizes our mind, body, and spirit. And in this place, open your heart even more, giving thanks to God for this new day, this new beginning, this new zest for life. As for some, for the first time, we're stepping out into the world a little bit more freely. For those who choose to stay at home, breathe in the joy of God that is within your soul. And we give thanks for each of us will and love within us to care for and respect our neighbors and friends and family and all people by doing all we can to keep ourselves and all other people healthy in our interactions. Both we know divine love is healing us. As we continue to pray and bless the doctors and nurses and hospital workers and caregivers and all those helping us and serving us during this pandemic, if we keep our hearts on God, we will do what we need to do to help and heal our world. So we send blessings out to all families around the world, here in Bermuda. Those who have lost loved ones, we bless you, we hold you, and we cherish you in the radiant life of God. Those who are sick at home, we bless you as well, and we hold you in the light. And we continue to bless Marion, who's home now and feeling a lot better. And my Unity family, I bless you and I hold you in the light. To all people around the world, and all of us are one mind, one heart. I bless you in the Spirit of God as we remember Philippians 4:13. I can do all things in Him who strengthens me. Through God we have the strength to keep moving. As we breathe in and out, we give thanks to God. Amen. So you feeling energized? You enjoying the gift of life that is yours? So as we begin today's talk, I always pick a song to start out. And this one's called Every Day is a Gift. Every day. Think about that when you think about energy in your life and moving forward. Every day is a gift. So listen to this song.
We're all living with the terminal condition called life. No matter how I try to fight it, can't deny it. No one gets out of here alive. Every golden sunset fades to black. Never know if it'll be the last, but I know I've only got one chance to live this precious life. Every day is a gift. Every day is a lesson. Every day is a lesson. Every day is a chance to live. Every day is a gift. Every day is a lesson. Every day is a chance. To sit it out, enjoy the dance. Every day is a chance to live your thoughts. Love, every day is precious. Every day is precious. Every day is precious.
Every day is a gift. Every day is precious. Every day we get to live our lives to the fullest. Even during this pandemic time, we get to think of every day as a gift. We don't know if we'll get tested positive or any time. And those who have lost someone or are sick, we think about those people as we know every day is a gift for them. And we don't have to be in hardship to think of every day as a gift. Just look outside. You have the gift of life. The world is still moving. Things have changed. But we're still alive and here. And we still have the memories of those who have passed a hole in our hearts with joy. So think of every day as a gift in our world that is changing, because change is constant. But when we change our thoughts, we change our life, and our lives truly become a gift. So last week I spoke a bit about the book by Alan Davenport, How in the Hallway the Light at the Door, and how to move gracefully through change into renewed and abundant life. Well, this is what our life is about in that gift that we have, that everyday gift. That sometimes it's dark and then we move into the light, which I spoke about last week. We get to step more fully, many of us, out into the light this week with all the holiday weekend. And, there's fear and things they're talking about. Oh, what's going to happen because the holidays are taking place. Today there are different observations taking place, and tomorrow is International Memorial Day. It's also Jamaica Labor Day, Jordan Independence Day, Turks and Caicos National Holiday Day, just to name a few, plus various religious observations. And all through the week there are different celebrations going on, and people are moving out to celebrate. Yes, these celebrations will be different, but they are still celebrations. Because every day is a gift for us to remember, yes, the ones we did next year and plan for last year and plan for next year's one, and have a mini one in our yard if we want to. I always said, when you want to change something, it doesn't have to be big or cost you a lot of money, but you can do it in your mind with imagination in your yard or anywhere and create that holiday weekend within your soul, within your home, within your environment. This day is also a great day because it's May 24th. And I want to talk a bit about Bermuda Day, which is taking place on Friday. For many years, our Bermuda Day was celebrated on May 24th. And that was, a couple of years ago, changed to last Friday in May. So we have usually have a parade and a marathon, which we're not having this year, but it's still going to be Bermuda Day, and we'll be celebrating that on Friday. And as I looked up different things, you realize that we've had 109 years of marathons. That's how long we've been doing this and having that day of celebration. So I hear that they're going to play on the TV some past parade films and stuff like that. So enjoy your Bermuda Day. But my best part about Bermuda Day, as you'll see from the picture attached on the screen, are the gumbays. They dance in every parade with their vibrant costumes and masks and the pulsating drum beats and energetic drummers. So that's why I also called it Energized because the gumbays remind me of the energy. They are a cultural icon reflective of Bermuda's blend of African, West Indian, Native American, British culture. They also, not just on Bermuda Day, dance sometimes in local neighborhoods on holidays such as Boxing Day and Good Friday. Well, this year, of course, we know we didn't hear them, but we will hear them again soon. You wait and see. These gumbays are a result of talents and traditions passed down through the centuries with multi-generational truths connected to a particular parish sometimes or family. They've evolved through the years, but this is what they're about. They have similar gumbay traditions and gumbays in Bahamas and Kitts and other Caribbean islands. However, I would say Bermuda's are very special because in 1970, the UNESCO Cultural and Conservation Conference said Bermuda gumbays and they recognize them with their own distinct Bermudian art form. Isn't that wonderful? And those gumbays are part of who we are, part of our history. They personify energy, life force, exuberance, zeal, and a passion for life. And when we think about energy and we think about energized things, we recognize the power of God in them, in us, and in all people. The gumbays jump and spin, shout, and move with loud, vibrating, energizing movements, and their deep drum percussion going in the background, boom, boom, boom. I can still feel it vibrating through my soul when I've listened to them. And sometimes you can hear them for miles on the island if it's a quieter day. And for many of us, we get up and run out and we join them and we're filled with that energizing energy. And it reminds me of one of my girlfriends, her son. Anytime he heard the gumbays playing when he was a young boy, he says, "Mommy, we gotta go. She had to get in the car and drive out and find him on the street, and he would dance on the side of the street. I think it's about 5. But that's the power of energy and that life force within each of us that keeps us going. This Energized and these gumbays and this thought brought me to one of Unity's powers, the 12th power, the power of life. The meaning of life, which why it stood out for me, and it was given by Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity. He says, life is the ability to energize, vitalize, enliven, and animate and invigorate. Doesn't that sound like the gumbays? And for those who don't know the gumbays, I'm sorry I didn't mention it before, go on YouTube, check them out. They're awesome. This power of life that I was talking about is one of the Unity powers. Also has a disciple attached to each of them. And before I tell you about the disciple attached to life, I'll tell you what the Unity powers are if you don't know. And for many of us who know Unity, we use these as a tool belt, something to carry with us each and every day, so that we know that every day is a gift. And the 12 powers are faith, strength, wisdom, love, power, imagination, understanding, will, order, zeal, release, and life. These you can hold and can use them together or separately to go through life so that it's always energized and a gift for you, even in the downtime. So think about that. So the disciple that's attached to the power of life is Judas. Probably try to figure out why Judas was chosen. But he represents the cleansing of selfishness, allowing the life force to flow to every part of our body. Cleansing of selfishness. I think about this life force when I think about people who don't think about other people, who don't want to care. And I say with the bottom of my heart to wear a mask, do the social distancing so we all heal and get better. And Judas is a perfect example of that cleansing from selfishness and changing. He had to change. And many of us want to forget about Judas. We want to forget about what he did because he was one of Jesus' disciples, because he betrayed Jesus. But He is important. He is an important part of our human development. For many of us, we have tendencies that are not very nice. But we grow through them, we move through them, and we read stories of people who didn't believe in the virus, didn't wear the mask and stuff, and are now telling people, I'm sick, I wish I would have heeded to that advice. So think about that, and not just about yourself. Think about all people, and you will grow in consciousness and move forward. And furthermore, Judas, after he ended up killing himself, after the resurrection, the 11 disciples got together and they chose a successor to Judas to bring the numbers back to 12. So these are 12 faculties of life, the 12 powers of life. And all together, they allow us to move upwards in consciousness, to grow in power in the life force of God to a higher plane of spiritual consciousness, lifting up our whole being, like being resurrected. So think about that when you think about life force and Judas. And this also reminds me of the Gumbays, the history of the Gumbays. Sometimes we try to forget what the history of the Gumbays is all about, like we try to forget about what Judas did to Jesus. But we can't forget the Gumbays for Bermudians represent an important part of our history of slavery and social economic oppression of black people. It still goes on today, not just in Bermuda, but other parts of the world. The Gumbay tradition is handed down from generation to generation, lifting up the spirits of Bermudians, and it continues to serve its original purpose as an expression of humanity and the freedom of spirit in the face of injustices here in Bermuda, and I could say for the world. So we dance for all of us, not just here. We hear of all the things that are happening in the world, injustice to black people and people of color around the world. So we dance the Gumbay dance for all of us together. So think about that life force that is given to us as we claim God's gift of life. We recognize these past injustices and those that continue today, but we get to rise in consciousness to a place of understanding, peace, and forgiveness, and continue to dance our dance of life, of freedom. And with that power of God guiding us, we get to enjoy the fullness and the richness of life with passion and with zeal. The other power that stands out for me for being energized and with the Gumbays and all of that is the power of zeal, which I mentioned before. And that means its ability to be enthusiastic and passionate and to be motivated and to start anew, which kind of ties into last week's talk as well. And I'm going to share a daily word from 2018 that speaks to this before I close this talk today. And it affirms, I am energized by the power of zeal within me. And I'm going to say for all of us, we are energized by the power of zeal within us. Zeal is an awesome power, and it motivates us and moves us forward through each day of our lives. And as we attune to this divine power, we discover new energy to do whatever is meant for us to do, whether it's completing a project, caring for a family member, dancing with the Gumbays, whatever it is, it motivates us to do that. And also during times of prayer and meditation, it brings the idea of life and energy to our minds. We become aware of the energy moving through our bodies. And in touch with this power of zeal, we are filled with boundless energy. It flows from me to you and backwards and forth with enthusiasm and ambition in everything that we do. Zeal is a fuel that drives us. It keeps us interested and enthusiastic about life. And as we tap into that zeal, we fully engage and express our spiritual nature. We get to dance. We're energetic and joyful. So we affirm this power of zeal in life by saying, I am open to good everywhere around me. I am energized by the power of zeal within me and within my life. breathe that in. And the Bible verse is taken from Romans 12:11. Do not lag in zeal, be ardent in spirit. So be energized today. Think about your life force, the zeal and the passion for life, even in the midst of what's going on in the world. And remember the words of the song, every day is a gift. Every day is a lesson. Every day is a chance to sit it out or do the dance. Every day is a chance to live your life, to love, to forgive, to live. Every day is a gift. And I'll repeat that closing affirmation for you. I am energized by the Spirit of God. I am renewed with a zest for living. Be renewed for a zest for living as we go into our meditation. As you begin to breathe in and out, center yourself in the presence and in the power of God. Feel the energy of God's life force within you. Breathe in and out. Be renewed by the zest to keep on living, no matter what. With joy and with passion. Hold on to the energy of spirit within you. Breathe. You are a gift. And to all people, you are a gift to life. Breathe. Be energized. Feel the loving power of God embracing you. Give thanks to the power of God for the gift of life today and every day. You are power, life, and energy. Take another deep breath in and out. As we close with a prayer of protection, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well, and we are richly blessed right now. Enjoy this week in the Bermuda holidays and all that's taking place. Be safe. Care for others. I bless you. I appreciate you. And I behold the Christ in you. Namaste. Until we meet again.